Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm your Captain Guide and friend, Dalton Rutlinger. Welcome back to Sailwind. This might be the last video for a while because there's another game in particular that I'm wanting to work on. I'm in the I'm in kind of a sci-fi mood as of recently, and I kind of want to start making a video series of this one particular game. Now, the game is probably not going to be anything that you're thinking of. It's not Elite Dangerous and it's not Star Citizen. It's kind of somewhere between those two games and throw in a bit of strategy as well. Some of you might know it, some of you might remember it. I have played it on the channel before, but it was more of a teaser than anything else. It was like a first look thing that I did somewhat recently. But for right now, I want to get back to Fort Astron. I want to do a long journey. Wait, yeah, we have to go to Oasis first, don't we? Yeah, I want to do a long journey out at sea, which means I'm probably going to be making like a several hour long video for this. But yeah, the main reason I want to do this is so I can finally unlock the Dragon Cliffs on my map, and we can start delivering missions to those. So, we want to be heading to the south by southeast. Or not. We want to be heading east by southeast. There we go. So, which way is the wind currently blowing? The wind is blowing that way. And that way is probably not the way I want to go, if I'm going to be honest. Nah, not really, but it could be a lot worse. Alright, so let's go ahead and I guess we'll raise up the middle one for right now. Yeah, we're back to the lug sails. Because I think the lug sails actually work pretty well for going on long voyages. Is this thing going to be able to swing out? I think I tested it, but I don't remember. It's been a long time since I actually played this game. It's been a couple of weeks now, because I've been trying to get caught up with the videos that I recorded. If all goes according to plan, this video should be going up the Monday of Christmas. I do want to just make sure, though. Let's come back here. Okay, it swings out wide for that. But I'm worried about it swinging out that way. Right, I think I'll play it safe, and we'll go around this sandbar out here. Feels good to be playing my actual game again. I have two save files for this game. I have my personal save file, and I have this one for recording the Let's Play. Feels good to be back in this one. I have missed the Jong. I have the Brig in my personal game, but the Jong is just something special. It feels very homely to me. I am aware Following Seas has released. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really digging it. I think the game still needs a little bit of work before I kind of tip my toes into it. I know Shipwreck Sean is covering it, and he's a better Let's Player than I am. He's a better YouTuber, so would not surprise me one little bit if he actually ends up overtaking my channel. Because his videos actually have thought put into them. I just kind of hit the record button and start talking a bunch of nonsense. Oh well, we all have our particular styles. I'm a bit more old school. One of the first YouTubers I ever watched was Nintendo Capri's son. And he's vaguely more or less where I actually get my talking habits. And he still uploads to this day. If you're curious about him, go check him out, but be aware for a lot of like toilet jokes and stuff like that. I've never really found that kind of stuff very funny, but see, how do I put this? Whenever I was younger, I took an interest in you if you played a particular game that I played in the past, roughly the same way that I did. If you did it like in a completely different way that I just didn't know existed, I'd just brush past you and not give you a second thought. Which is why I started watching Nintendo Capri's son, because he played games the exact same way that I did. And he knew some of the same things that I knew. It sounds weird now, but back then I was younger and I was dumber. Not that I'm particularly smart now, but, you know. Alright, so we're heading for Oasis first. And Oasis is 300 miles to the east by southeast. So, this is going to be a long video. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think Mirage Mountain was like 200 miles, give or take, so it's a bit of a further track out than Mirage Mountain was. And we're going in a completely different direction, too. But I shall go to bed, and I'll join you guys again in the morning. Oh, hello. We're apparently in some pretty choppy seas. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Whoa. We're catching way too much wind. As a matter of fact, I might actually be able to get away with having these things kind of angle out entirely. There we go. Let's come down here. We'll release the jib sails, stay sails, a little bit. About like that. And let's go ahead and try and grab one of my bottles that I have down here. I thought I had a bottle down here. Maybe I do not. Wait, there it is. Alright, let's start with you, I suppose. Wait. What? Does water get old? That's interesting, if that's the case. I didn't know that was going to happen. Interesting. Oh, wait, I also have these barrels out here, so that was just complete and utter waste. Oh, well. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just go ahead and start brewing some coffee. Put that in there. Turn these lanterns off. Turn this on. And voila. Nice and cozy. So, we're still heading in vaguely the right direction. I think we might have the sails angled out a little bit too much here. Let's go ahead and bring these in. Bring this one in. Alright, that should be good. Coffee looks to be about ready. Nice. I'm going to angle the ship out a bit more this direction. There we go. The drunken blur kind of kills the mood a bit, doesn't it? It's Gold Rock City way back there. Woo! Whales. I tell you, like, something about this game, you just can't beat the long voyages in this. And my personal save file, I actually have it set up to where the world and the archipelagos are 4 times bigger. And it's such a vibe whenever you're sailing around. I'm kind of wishing I had done that with this save file, but that might be for the next Let's Play I do of this game. Whenever that eventually happens. I have no idea what I'm going to do next time. I might start... Honestly, maybe I'll start with the Dow. I haven't done anything with the Dow for a long time now. I'm going to jump down here. Okay, that is reeled all the way up. Very good. I'm going to pull you in just a little bit more. Actually, you might be fine. And right there, that should be fine, right? Yeah, but we are starting to go a little too far that direction. I really wish this blur effect would hurry up and go away. Let's put that in my inventory for right now. And this can go and go in there. Oops. Let's go ahead and do that. Actually, no, I kind of like it being open there on that desk. It makes it look a bit more like I'm plotting a route. Even though this is just completely useless. Can I put this... No, it's too tall, unfortunately. Maybe I can put it up here? Oh, no, it does fit. Okay. So let's go and put this down here. Works for me. Makes the cabin look a bit neater. Really, I think the blur is gone, so there's that. Your candles, okay. Okay, am I wrong for thinking that whenever you let go of the pipe, that, like, smoke should come out of your character's mouth? Ah, that's it. I'm out. Darn. I was kind of enjoying that. Oh well, should probably make sure that I'm still on course, which I am. Gonna place that down there. I'm gonna put this kind of more over here, I think. But I love that view, though. I'm gonna need to try junk sails on this whenever we finally get to the Dragon Cliffs. And whenever I do that, I might have a 3-mast ship. Kind of like how the junk actually is. Let's test our speed real quick, see how fast we're going. Probably not very fast. The problem is we're so high up out of the water that... excuse me? Hang on a second. What in the world? Okay. Well, thank God all this cargo is watertight. If I recall correctly, salt is pretty much the only thing that I'm carrying that's like a trade good. Everything else is missions. Still got lots of firewood, still got plenty of oranges, lots of food, plenty of water, rum back there in the back. The long voyages, in my opinion, are where this game really shines. It takes hours, and I mean literal hours, to get from point A to point B sometimes, but having worked my way up to the top with this thing, it's definitely worth it. Just try to keep the ship pointing in vaguely the right direction. course, I guess I could just do a video going out to Oasis, and then from Oasis we'll do the long video, but yeah, I'm kind of in the mood right now. I'm gonna be honest. Whether or not I make this all just one video, I don't know. Because I do want to go back to playing my space game, too. Yeah, we're getting further away. Go and eat this now. I think for this video I'll also have some days where I just don't even talk. It'll be one of those videos. Because I know a lot of people who watch my videos like that. They like having segments where all they can just hear is the game. Which I'm fine with. In fact, that might be what I do tomorrow if Oasis isn't in view yet. At the moment, we're nowhere even close to Oasis, so yeah. It's gonna be a while before we get there. Go and finish that off, why not? Same thing with that. You don't really need that. At least the choppier seas have died down. It's relatively flat now. Which honestly probably means I can pull the sails in a bit. Try and catch a bit more speed. There we go. Actually, how high is the stern off the water? It's pretty high, all things considered. Averaging about 6 knots. It's not great, but it's not bad. Oh, this is a fairly calm and relaxing day. Got off to a bit of a rocky start, but the wind's about to die down. Yep. Maybe by tomorrow night we'll actually be able to see Oasis. Maybe. Because we probably more or less made it, give or take, about 100 miles today. Probably a little bit less than that, but rounded up, it's probably about 100. Maybe 90. Although... Because apparently you can start to see Gold Rock City from about 100 miles out. Or so I've been told down in the comment section. Yeah, maybe 70 would be a bit more realistic. I'm going to drop it down to 70 miles, give or take. Probably not quite 100. But I mean, still, 70 miles in one day, that's not too bad. But with the sun going down, I shall see you guys in the next segment. Oh, I don't like the looks of that. That would definitely explain why the weather's been getting pretty bad here. Ooh, yeah, that's a problem. I'm also starting to wonder if I might have gone a bit too far to the south, because I'm seeing no signs of Oasis anywhere. And I was planning to do a star reading thing tonight, just to make sure I wasn't going too far south. But I don't know if that's going to be possible now, considering I've got a freaking storm coming in. And considering I've got a storm coming in, I should probably come down here. I don't know why I'm taking on so much water now. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a star reading tonight. That's unfortunate. On the bright side, however, the storm is coming towards us, which means I'm not going to have to fiddle around with it for too long. The storm will go on its way in that direction, which means, unfortunately, we're in for some bad weather right here, but oh boy. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Woo! Oh, geez, these waves are massive. No, there's no way I'm taking a star reading tonight. That's unfortunate. That's extremely unfortunate, but it is what it is, I suppose. Woo, listen to that thunder. Oh yeah, this thing handles storms like a champ. I'm actually kind of curious to see what it'll be like down in the cargo hold. I'll probably come down here and check it out anyway. Because, yeah, it is absolutely flooding. Where are you taking on so much water? Thank God for these pumps, because otherwise this would be a nightmare. Imagine having to do that with a bucket. No, thank you. Honestly, if it wasn't for the flooding, you probably wouldn't even know that you were in a storm. Okay, but it looks like we're... Yeah, the storm has moved on. Which means we should be good enough to take a star reading. Looks like 29. And the Oasis island is on... Yeah, it's on square 29. Maybe once the storm clears and the haze fades away, we might actually be able to see the lighthouse. Though, on that note... I still see no sign of any lighthouse. Oh no, we're in longitude 28. So we need to turn more that direction. Okay. Think just let these go entirely. Jeez, I'm already up to an hour. I might just have to call it good at Oasis. I'm not gonna lie. Then I'll do the rest of the journey to Fort Astron tomorrow. Since tomorrow's Saturday. Means I've got all day. Tell you what, I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. Push the boat. Let the boat swallow me. Yeah, great. Now I'm gonna deal with this nonsense. There we go. Alright, let's actually loosen this rear sail a little bit. Alright, now we can try and do this. There we go. And start heading more northeast. And hopefully we'll see the lighthouse of Oasis in the not-too-distant future. We're going to the northeast, so surely we should come across it, right? Oh, wow. Holy crap. I'm getting rather thirsty here. And also rather hungry. Alright, I'll join you guys in the morning. Alright, the sun has risen one more time. Come noon today, I will do a sun reading with the chrono compass to figure out where the heck we are. I think I'm looking for 29 latitude and 19 longitude. Yeah, so by the way, I was actually watching Ocean Liner Designs the other day, and he said he pronounced longitude as longitude. Is that the way it's actually it's supposed to be pronounced, or is it actually supposed to be longitude? I found his pronunciation of it a little strange. Unless maybe it's just like a regional thing. That's always a possibility. Okay, so yeah, let's continue going roughly at a 40-degree angle. I think that should be fine. Let's see here. Maybe I'll have some cheese. There we go. So I've actually started trying to eat less sugar. I've developed a, I've developed a taste for the zero sugar sodas, and I've also started drinking a lot more tea as well. And I don't mean sweet tea, I mean just regular tea. Like right now I have a bottle of pure leaf, no sugar, just regular old tea, and while I do miss the sweet taste because of the sugar, it's still not bad. I think I'm gonna allow myself to have maybe have like one or two sugary drinks per week. And then after that, everything else will just either be like regular old tea or the zero sugar stuff. Because I realized the other day, like I've been eating way too much sugar. And honestly, like, if I could just cancel out pop entirely, that'd be great. Because I'd also like to start losing a little bit of weight as well. Still a ways from high noon. Once the sun gets directly above the ship, I'll take a reading. All right, the sun is pretty close to being directly south. Actually, it might be more or less right on it. So, let's take a little reading here. Figure out where the devil we are. Does that say 21? In terms of longitude? If that's 21 in terms of longitude, then no, we have a long way to go. So let me see here. If... Oh, God. Maybe I just need to start going, like, further, like, just straight east. Although, let me check the latitude real quick. Okay, yeah, we're back into latitude 29. So I think we just need to start heading, like, straight to the east. Of course, that's the direction the wind is blowing from. Or, well, kind of close to it. Yeah, if possible, let's try and keep the ship in the low 80s or the high 70s. Then once I get to Oasis, I'll probably call it a video because I want to get back to playing my space game. I'm in such a sci-fi mood right now. Trying to angle the wheel over there, just ever so gently. Wind either died or... I think the wind just died. Gonna be dealing with this for a while, are we? Great. Alright, we are definitely on the move again. The wind picked up while I was sleeping. While the stars are out, let's go ahead and do a star reading. I'm going too far south again. It's already almost 6 o'clock. Where does the time go? This is just crazy. Hang on a second. Might be too dark now, but I know I just saw something out there in the distance. Still no sign of Oasis, though. What is that? I'm going to be less than happy if that turns out to be Firefish Lagoon. Yeah, there's been no sign of the lighthouse anywhere. I'm starting to give up hope that we might even find Oasis. Let's see, what is our current latitude? 29 points. We're definitely in the 29 mark. I don't know. Oasis is always kind of a tricky one to find. I guess I'll join you guys tomorrow morning and see if we can figure out what this island is up ahead. Why am I getting the impression that this is Ona? At some point or another, I had to go in and change the coordinates. So yeah, we're looking for 29 north, 20 east. But somewhere, somehow, along the way, I completely missed the lighthouses. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of the Firefish Lagoon islands coming up. Unless I'm completely mistaken. Or unless Oasis is a lot further out than I thought it was. What? Whoa! Also, that's been happening quite a bit here lately, and I don't know why. Yeah, this has got to be... I've completely overshot Oasis. Because there's another island over there, and I'm pretty sure that's Cena. And somewhere over there is going to be the... is going to be Cassia Bay, and then even further up is going to be the Firefish Town. But I guess I'll just wait until noon. We'll take another reading, and we'll try and figure things out there. Because I've gone way too far to the east here. Alright, the sun is pretty much as close to being south as it needs to be. Yeah, we've sailed past it. I don't know how. I was keeping a sharp lookout for the lighthouse, but somehow or another we sailed past it. And I don't know if I really have the attention span to continue on for the time being. I've been playing this for like 4 hours now. So I think I'm going to leave this episode here. And in the next episode, we'll continue our search for the mysterious island of Oasis, wherever the heck it might be. I might even join you guys whenever I finally see the lighthouse in the distance. But that'll be for next time. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more content from me, consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, guys, God bless, take care of yourselves. I will see you in the next video. And until then, this is your captain, signing out.